In the mid-1990s, the internet was a nascent frontier, promising connection, information, and unprecedented opportunities. It was a place of excitement and innovation, a vast new world unfolding before our eyes. Few understood its full potential, and even fewer grasped its inherent vulnerabilities. This digital landscape, once envisioned as a utopian space for human connection, soon revealed a darker side. It became an unexpected and terrifying hunting ground for a new breed of predator, long before society had any framework to comprehend the danger lurking in the wires. His name was John Edward Robinson. To the outside world, he was a seemingly ordinary Kansas businessman, a family man with a history in accounting and a penchant for small ventures. He presented himself as a reputable and trustworthy individual, someone who blended seamlessly into suburban life. Yet, beneath this carefully constructed facade lay a cunning and manipulative mind, one honed by years of deception and a disturbing disregard for human life. Robinson understood how to exploit trust, a trait that would prove deadly in the anonymity of the emerging online world. Robinson's criminal tendencies were not new. Prior to the internet era, he had already amassed a significant rap sheet, marked by financial fraud, embezzlement, and even sexual assault. These earlier offenses painted a clear picture of a man who consistently used manipulation and deceit to control and exploit others. His pattern involved weaving elaborate lies, promising lucrative opportunities or assistance, only to leave his victims financially ruined or physically harmed. This established history of predatory behavior would later find a terrifying new outlet in the burgeoning digital realm, allowing him to cast a wider net. As the internet grew, so did Robinson's reach. He discovered early chat rooms and online forums, anonymous spaces where he could craft elaborate personas. Posing as a talent scout, a business opportunity broker, or a romantic interest, he sought out vulnerable women, often those facing financial hardship or seeking connection. He promised jobs, investment opportunities, or loving relationships, painting a convincing picture of hope and a brighter future. These digital deceptions were highly effective, exploiting the trust and optimism that characterized the early days of online interaction, before widespread awareness of internet safety. Between 1993 and 1999, a disturbing pattern began to emerge. Women who had interacted with Robinson online started to vanish. Victims like Sheila Fajan, Isabella Luica, and Suzette Troughton were lured under various pretexts: an exotic dancing job in another state, a management position, or the promise of a shared future. Their disappearances, initially treated as isolated missing person cases, were difficult to connect. In an era without unified digital forensics or a clear understanding of online criminal networks, investigators struggled to piece together the common thread that linked these seemingly unrelated disappearances across state lines. The case began to unravel in 1999. A woman named Catherine Lorene Grant disappeared, having met Robinson online for a purported job opportunity. Her family, suspicious of Robinson's evasive answers and contradictory statements, pressed authorities. Simultaneously, investigators were trying to locate Suzette Troughton, whose last known contact was also with Robinson. As different agencies began to share information, a chilling pattern of disappearances and Robinson's consistent involvement started to become terrifyingly clear. The disparate threads of individual missing person cases were slowly but surely weaving together, forming a horrifying tapestry of deceit and murder. The breakthrough came with the discovery on Robinson's property in rural La Signa, Kansas. Acting on growing suspicions, law enforcement obtained a search warrant. What they found was a scene of unspeakable horror: large industrial barrels, sealed and scattered across his land. Inside these barrels, investigators discovered the remains of at least 8 women, including Sheila Fajan and Suzette Troughton, whose disappearance had initiated the final push. The sheer scale and methodical nature of the concealment shocked seasoned investigators, revealing the cold calculation behind Robinson's online deceptions and murders. John Edward Robinson was apprehended on June 8, 1999, shortly after the gruesome discovery on his property. Despite the overwhelming evidence and the bodies being found, Robinson maintained a chilling composure, initially denying any involvement. However, the meticulous work of investigators, combining digital footprints, forensic evidence, and victim testimonies, where possible, left no room for doubt. His capture brought an end to a 6-year reign of terror, revealing how a seemingly ordinary individual had managed to execute such horrific crimes under the cloak of internet anonymity, exploiting a nascent technology for his dark purposes. Robinson's trial was a landmark case, drawing national attention to the emerging threat of online predators. He was eventually convicted of multiple murders in both Kansas and Missouri. The courts delivered severe sentences, ultimately condemning him to death in Kansas for 3 of the murders, with life sentences for others in Missouri. While justice was served, the pain for the victims' families was immeasurable. Their loved ones had been lured to their deaths by the false promises of an online stranger, a brutal reminder of the trust that was tragically misplaced in the new digital frontier. Their stories remain a solemn warning. John Edward Robinson earned the grim distinction of being dubbed the first internet serial killer. His case irrevocably altered public perception of the online world. Before Robinson, the internet was largely seen as harmless, a novel tool. After his heinous crimes, it became clear that anonymity and easy access could provide an unprecedented platform for predators. His actions forced a societal reckoning, initiating critical conversations about online safety, digital identity, and the need for greater vigilance. He exposed a terrifying truth: the very connectivity designed to bring people closer could also be twisted into a weapon of isolation and death. Decades later, Robinson's crimes remain a chilling precedent. The internet has evolved dramatically, but the fundamental dangers of online interaction persist. While platforms have improved security and users are more aware, predators continue to adapt their methods. The story of John Edward Robinson serves as a stark reminder that while the digital world offers incredible opportunities, it also demands constant vigilance. It underscores the critical importance of caution when interacting with strangers online, verifying identities, and recognizing the red flags that can prevent a digital connection from becoming a real-world nightmare. The lessons from his reign of terror echo strongly today.